Hello everyone. Today is a new part of our series of doing Pokemon quote unquote green. Last time we finished the second gym and also faced our second rival fight. And now what we must do is head north so we can unlock things that we can do later on, because as long as we don't go north, this guard will be there. So let's head north. Let's do our best to make sure we can get some experience for our team. Uh-huh. I like how I basically evolved you and then just barely used you. I'm gonna use green for the occasion. Let's see. There. You see our remote that I am currently using that can change colors, and that's why I said let me change this controller to green on the occasion. Because it's gonna be That's wrong. It's neutral. The right damage is displayed, but the wrong message is displayed. Gotta love that. Give me 3 turns, not 2. Or 2 can work if it knocks it out. I think you're the one with the one complete of fairy, right? Oh, that's later then. Pidgey. A crit would be nice. If only this was Gen 2 where that's actually expected, but actually a flying type. 3, 4, 5. Not much to say, except for we need to switch now. Unfortunately, you evolve at level 18 instead of 16 like most. I'm lying. Not all regional birds evolve before level 18. Most of them evolve past level 20. I'm referring to Noctowl as one of them. Oh, but that had to be a crit. Because if you didn't, then I would have lost. Let's see, you have 3 Pokemon. And knowing my luck, you have Hyper Fang, which is very broken for this part of the game. Seriously, it is. I'm about to say, was that a crit? Alright, 84 between you two. Next is Ekans. As long as you outspeed Ekans, you're fine. Mmm. Still funny that they gave you this sprite. Do not get poisoned. Of course, now I have to go heal. Good thing is since you knocked it out, you don't have to take poison damage right there. Too bad. Well. Supersonic is 55% accurate, I think. So basically, it could have hit and it didn't. Vermilion City knows its music is very catchy. Anyway, aren't you the one with the one complete fairy? No. If you have a level 16 pigeon. Alright, Fury attack. Please crit. You're doing 11 damage with quick attack because it's the same type of attack bonus. There's the crit. Now give me 5 turns. That was a high roll. Okay, and really. Good thing you got 4 turns. You don't run female. Well, let's show you your evolution. What you should have been, actually, because you are level 16. Still funny that it gets 2 normal moves before it learns 1 poison move. Too bad that that really doesn't change anything. If you crit just once, it's over with. Why do they insist on using a move that's resistant? Now, in my situation, if I used it, it would have been fine. Continuing on. You probably don't even have a Pokemon that knows Stomp. Mankey. I already knew that. Oh look, there's a new sprite. It should knock you out. Yep. How much does it do to you? 13. Fortunately, you don't have a flying type move. That's neutral, and that's a crit. On with me. The fact that you would deal with exactly 1. Now that's actually wrong. Oh wait, Karate Chop is normal in this gen, isn't it? If it was fighting, then that would be wrong. But it's not fighting type. Alright. Alright, so now we're facing the rocket trainer. Isn't this the guy with not that, but Drowsy? Or is it the one after this one? I think it's the one after this one. Good dodge. 3. It's not using rap, which is amazing. That's wrong. 2, 3. There's the rap. I don't know when you learn a new move, but it needs to happen fast, and I hope it's not focus energy. Alright. Last is a Zubat. Bite does 60 base damage, and it is a normal move in this gen because Dark type don't exist yet. Now this is the guy that people use whenever they want to do the Mew glitch. Unfortunately, once you beat him, you cannot do it anymore. I love how I get an Abra first try, but here's the issue with Abra. If you don't catch it first try, then it's gone. So, I only get one chance. And that's all wow. And that's all I needed. Abra does not learn a single move. At all. It's stuck with Teleport for the rest of his life until it evolves. And when it evolves, it gets a move that actually does damage. Gotta love Abra. That's wrong too. Alright, let's get this Pokeball on it. Even though I have a Bug and Poison type. So Bellsprout is the 69th Pokemon out of the whole entire Pokemon franchise. Okay. I think you learned to move at 16 actually. Why is Metapod even in this grass? I just want you to get level 16 so I can see if you do learn to move at 16. And yes, you do. And it is focus energy like I thought. So it's Caterpie and Metapod. Metapod cannot actually damage you, so it's a free catch. I wish they gave it a low catch rate instead of making you have to try to get it. Alright, Caterpie, just show up one more time and I'll catch you. That's all I need to see, Caterpie. Already got Abra somehow. Of course, now Caterpie don't want to show it. Never mind. Unfortunately, I cannot weaken it, and even if I could, it doesn't really make much of a difference. Well, my only chance. I need to get some Pokeball. Alright, we caught a Caterpie just a second ago. Now, this TM is Thunder Wave, which is funny considering the fact that we already have Thunder Wave. Only 2 Pokemon can learn it. Oh, I didn't say he can't learn TM. I said he can't learn he can't learn a move leveling up. TM is something he can learn. That's fine. So what I'm gonna do is put these TMs and stuff in the bag. You see, in Generation 1, there's only 20 spots for items. 34 is Bide, 12 is Water Gun, 1 is Mega Punch, 11 is Bubble Beam, 45 is Thunder Wave. And now we can continue north. Now that you're level 16, let's let you evolve. But not with him. Because he has an Onyx. Can't fight him because he has an Onyx. Can't fight him with that because he got an Onyx. So I'm gonna chop this person. Look at this sprite. The Karate Chop has an increased crit rate. But since crits matter by your speed stat, and Machop is not that fast. Oh, it's Geodude, one of them. Probably thinking over the next guy. Take care of the other hiker. You want to see Bill? Hold up first, you gotta fight me. There he is. I was thinking of this guy. No one has yet to pass level 19. It's gonna stay like that for a little bit. Oh, Mr. Hyperfang. So it does 10 with Hackle, but Hyperfang does twice that, so I was like, that had to be a crit. There's no way that one shots. Alright, who's the lowest level? Well, technically none of y'all, so that was probably the only way you outsped. 2 crits in a row, and then we get a crit. Does Thunder Shock one shot? No, I didn't think so. Why would you use Peck on an electric type? $225 is 15 times 15. Can't wait to go heal again. And every time I have to heal, I have to do this pattern every time. Trying to get my Pidgey to evolve so it won't be getting one-shotted by a crit Hyperfang. Because there's no way you didn't anticipate a crit coming in. Like, that had to be a crit. There's no other reason why that would have one-shot. Sad part is if you do not have this guy, which this guy has a Slowpoke as his last Pokemon. Matter of fact, his only Pokemon. You can't use the move glitch once you beat him. And you didn't do it before, obviously. Slowpoke is a psychic, part psychic type. You wouldn't think it is, but it is. If you look at it, you wouldn't think it's part psychic. Still finding that Pikachu has a slightly more attack stat than his special attack. Next. You have 2 Pokemon, right? Yep. You get a random mail. You have the higher attack stat, but at the same time, I don't know. And you have horn attack too, and it does 13. And but I gotta switch. I have no choice but to. That's the wrong message. Let's see. Of course you crit when it didn't matter. Go ahead and try to crit again. And fail. Three times. Not enough. You gotta hit it 5. 3. Until you learn a new move, you are stuck with these 2 moves. Of course you crit with a poison sting, that didn't matter. Isn't this the only generation where if you have low HP, the animation goes faster? I don't think that happens in Gen 2. No, you're out to stand right there for the rest of your eternity. 4 Pokemon. The first one is a Geodude, so I had to switch. Gotta love it when they have a rock type first. That defense scroll does not matter. It's still weird that when they made Vine Whip, they only gave it 10 base PP. You stay out there because you're the only Pokemon I have that has a move that is super against this. Knowing it will use Karate Chop and then basically one-shot you, so no. There's the poison I want. 10 is a crit, but you're second. You're technically fully evolved right now since you can't evolve without a stone. So if I didn't have a moonstone, you're stuck here as a Nidoran female for the rest of its life. Or unless you do that buggy thing where you level from a certain Pokemon. Because they have certain Pokemon that you can evolve from that is like using a stone. Yeah. And then Geodude last. Should've just gave him 4 straight Geodudes or at least 1 Onix. Can't give him Graveler yet because it's too, and I would be under level. Not like they didn't have Eradicate that was under level. Level 20, and you don't learn a new move until like 21 or 22. Now this guy, we're gonna trigger the walk so we can go behind him and get that seismic toss. Two Pokemon. His first Pokemon is, I don't know when it learns Hyper Fang, but it's the Hyper Fang either way. Can I get a lucky quick attack crit? 2 crits in a row, wow. Thing is, with quick attack it can knock you out, but will it be smart enough to use quick attack? Nope. Of course it's not smart enough to use quick attack. Okay. At least after this gen, they may rap not be so broken where you can't attack at all. The most annoying fight is if you have a Pokemon that froze you after you were wrapped. You can't attack even in either situation, because in Gen 1, freeze is permanent, basically. It's basically death. So just now you free. It's death in Gen 1, because the only way to thaw out is if you're hit by a fire move, or if you use a ice type ice heal, or any item that can heal the freeze. So that's why a lot of Pokemon trainers will love to freeze Pokemon in Gen 1. Due to that, there's a hidden item near here. I don't know exactly where it's at, but there's a hidden item near here. You didn't have to fight me. I walked towards you to let you fight me. Rattata. No, Ekans. Good, a rap miss. Rap is 85 base. Accurate. Do not. Thank you. Sandshrew, well, you're still the only Pokemon I want to move that is weak to, so. But it's only 2 times weakened. It still did enough, okay. Where's this hidden item at? I know it's in this area. I don't know exactly where it is, but there's a hidden item here. I'm pressing A as I go. Sad part is I have to do that 1-tap turnaround. Is it in front of her? Something like that. I know it's in this area though. Oddish. No. Just no. Absorbing is doing nothing. The sad part about a lot of the grass moves in this generation, pretty much most of the grass moves that exist, there was a little gimmick behind them. Mega Drain, it heals. Absorb, it heals but it's weak. Mega Drain is the stronger healing move. It's the strongest healing move out of the two. Solar Beam, pretty much the strongest grass move in this game. 2 turns. Resolute, high crit chance, but not 100% accurate. Leech Seed, Pokemon can evade it. Vine Whip, very weak. Very little PP for how weak it is. Like, they didn't like grass type, I guess. I think a crit would have one-shot it from there. That's why I didn't crit. You missed quick attack, wow. It's not like you can learn sand attack. I think you level after this Oddish. Yep. And now you're gonna be a Pidgeotto. Now that you evolve, there it is. I know there's an item near here. joshing you? Funnily enough, you can just walk out and just pretend he never asked you to do this. That's a bummer. We're about to see the EV lines derpy. Very derpy. Very, very derpy sprites. First you leave and then come back. Eevee. Yeah. Larion. Larion doesn't look that bad. Then you look at Jolteon and he's like, nah! And Vaporeon is like, what's this? They were trying to make a dog, basically, out of that. Alright, let's get out of here. Now that he moved, we can actually go this way. The only one that needs to be healed is on Burb, so you'll be fine. He has a drowsy, but I don't think it's drowsy first. I'm right, it's not worse. I'm trying to get you to level 18 right quick. Crit? Yep. No, that's not a crit. That's a crit, though. Of course, I can't get a crit. If it was a fighting type move, then this would be neutral. Even Fury attack does nothing. Yeesh. Let's see if the sprite that they made for the front is justified. Yes, it is. It looks just like its front sprite. Oh, wonderful. Depends how much will you... Okay, snap out. Or you're gonna hit yourself. Oh, got lucky. I got lucky where it didn't hit himself. Give me dig, thank you. Now in this generation, for some reason, they decided to make dig have the same base power as Earthquake. So we basically got Earthquake, but with 2 turns. The next gym is a electric type gym, and the only thing that's weak to electric the only thing that electric types are weak to is ground. It's funny that they did that. It's real funny that they did that. Just trying to speed this up so you don't have to see the long trail. Now, starting from this route and the next one, you'll see you'll be able to catch a Meow. And it's the first thing I see. I think something else is in this grass that we can catch. That we couldn't catch before. I don't think we were able to see Meowth until just now. Is there any other Pokemon besides Meowth that I'm thinking about? No, just Meowth. Guess Meowth is very common in here. There you go, here's Abra. Now I have another slot open. The thing is, we cannot get it to be an Alakazam because we can't trade. Now, there is a hidden item in one of these underground trails. Don't know which one it is, but one of them has a hidden item. See? But there's also another hidden item up here. Don't know exactly, I don't know if it's on this side or the other. I don't have an item finder to find out, so that requires 30 Pokemon and we only caught 23. Now in the remakes there will be a little berry that you can get from one of these sides. I don't know which side exactly, but whatever. Let's move on. First things first, what can we catch here? No Meowth can be catched here. Caught, not catched. Looking like basically the previous route. Okay. I don't even think there is a bug is in here. That's a very over-leveled Weedle you have there. It doesn't learn any new moves, so it's weird that they actually did that back then. Like, look at this move set. Doesn't learn a single move. Doesn't learn a single move. Will that paralysis help? Nope. It'll make it slower, but it doesn't really help overall. Yeah. None of y'all have a move that is weak to itself for you and Pincetus on you. I love how they didn't try to make it so you had to also get the bug types from trading from each other's gang, since they did that for a lot of other Pokemon, but not these two. I guess they said no one would be interested in about getting the bug types. I don't know. So if it was a Kakuna, it couldn't even attack, so either that or make it a Beedrill. They didn't either. They didn't either. And you give me more than 2. Thank you. You level because of this Weedle. No. The next fight should be 2 people that are lovers, and this guy should have a Squirtle. First off, I can't even hear anything I say. Imagine if you could. A over-level Squirtle. Level that's over-leveled for a Squirtle. But I had a War Turtle, but I guess they wanted to show you a Squirtle due to the fact that you didn't see a Squirtle up to this point. You should level from this. It was private while you're outside in a public area. That doesn't make sense to have a private conversation in public, but alright, Mr. Hyperfang. Can you please not Hyperfang? Thank you. I'll take quick attack and tackle. What's your last Pokemon, since I know you only have two? Do you have a Pikachu as well? Too bad none of my Pokemon resist Pikachu. Except for my grandson. Look at that wonderful chubby Pikachu. It's not as chubby as the one that we got, but chubby enough. Did I use Poison Sting or Tackle? Okay. Got Poison off, which is what I wanted. So it's on a timer no matter what. You crit, then I think we win right here. It's crit. Of course it's not. It probably has exactly the same moveset as us. Sure looking like it. This guy has a Butterfree. Level 20. Butterfree is bug and flying, so. Level 20 Butterfree, that knows confusion. They wanted to make Butterfree look as realistic to a butterfly as they could. It has decent special and nothing really else. Thank you for the paralysis, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Okay. I don't know how you can't avoid either of these fights. They don't move, they don't turn around, or anything. Alright, what do you have? A Pidgey. Which I already know doesn't have a single flying move, so... Good. Just don't be 2 turns. Thank you. I would hate to get one with 2 turns and then it decide to say, oh, I need 4 just for you to, no. That's 1 and that's 2. That's it. Next is Pidgey. Pidgey is basically what we just faced. And now I have to switch. It's amazing how accuracy is in this gym and later gyms. One side attack can just basically ruin everything. Alright. That was not even a crit. I thought we was gonna do less. I know you're evolved, but expecting less. I was expecting less. All you have are Pidgeys? This would have been great for Pikachu. Unfortunately, Pikachu was got paralyzed. Of course. Of course. You think? Not really. I'm kind of forced to. Kind of forced to. Well, we already know you know Peck. Oh, you're trying to get this done in one hit. Okay. We already know you know Peck, so go ahead and use Peck. Or not. I don't know if you're gonna one-shot with Thunder Shock, and that's what I thought. Getting a good 50-50. Eradicate. If it ain't level 20, it's on another level. 2 Eradicates we face before we get one that's actually level 20. That is gonna hurt. And that was a crit. It outspeeds you normally? Just in case. Oh boy, if it crits with Hyper Fang, then that little tail whip doesn't matter. Or we can crit and just end this. Alright, cool. We did actually. Now we're in Vermilion City. Where we have a cave we can go to if we want to get a ground type. Before we even think about doing anything, let's go in here to get the bite voucher. And that's the only way you're getting a bike in this game. I caught enough Pokemon where we can actually get the TM for Flash, but I don't need it. It helps, but I don't really need it. I love how SSN is required to get cut. Now one of these beds have a hidden item. Not really. Oh, trust me, I'll switch you as soon as I'm done. As soon as you're done with this horsey. Can't give me a 5-turn? Of course not. That was an accident. It'd be the funniest thing if I still get a crit despite doing that. Level 18. Shelter. A Pokemon with high defense and not much else. Still like how they made this thing symmetrical in this in this sprite. But they made it look a little bit smaller than usual. And wow, 1 HP. I didn't mean to press it twice. I wanted to use tackle. Let me guess, a new move. Nope, that's the level 22 then. Yeah, that sprite right there basically looks like the one we got. only positioned differently. Acid can lower your defense, I want to say. One Pokemon, your only Pokemon shelter. Well, since you are a shelter, that means I have to switch. Of course you confuse us, of course. Let me guess, and I don't hit you the first try, correct? Oh. Okay, can I get a crit? No? That was a short-lived freaking confusion. And that's proof that defense is its highest stat. It has 100 base defense, and it's not even fully evolved. Let me guess, you have 2 or 3 Pokemon. 3. First Pokemon is Horsey again, so we're basically facing the first sailor that we just faced a second ago. Can I get a poison? No. 6 damage. Seems like 6 damage is consistent. I think that was a Gen 1 miss. Here's your next Pokemon, Horsey again. Gonna give you some of the experience. I think you'll do a little bit over half. Yep. Wish I could see how much exactly it had. Three Horsey in a row. That 6 is very consistent. You're about to get level 20. I think you get level 20 right after this Horsey, but I'm not sure. Definitely, if you got all the experience for yourself, but level 19. Oops. An ether that's actually exposed instead of hidden. I'm acting like this is the first room I went to. Fortunately, the only Pokemon I had that have a weakness, or that you're weak to, is literally our Pikachu. And it does a third. Keep missing all your moves. Come on now. Yeah, it does lower your defense. Star you. Give you some experience since you didn't get that much springtime today. Level 19. Thank you. That's rest. Not this bed, must be the next bed. Oh boy, let's just speed this one up. There. Are you? Let's see. Yeah. Not tackle, Vine Whip. Vine Whip again and tackle. Poison powder. I knew it was gonna learn a new move soon. Didn't know when, but I knew it was soon. It's 100% using his karate chop moves, so. Low kick. Now, I don't remember how they coded low kick in this game, but I know for a fact after this game, it is coded where it does more damage depending on how heavy the Pokemon is. We get using low kick, that's good. I knew you weren't gonna keep that going. That is a crit, that means you can survive a crit. Can't get the poison. You survive with one. Can't get the poison again. Okay. Good thing is, since Gen 1 didn't like fighting types, special moves do a lot more. Explain how you can get a hyper potion this early in the game. Now let's get out of here and heal, since that first floor of all them battles decimated us, basically. Good thing is, the Pokemon Center is right here. He has to check every time. He has a Pikachu or a Growlithe, one of them. One of them. Unfortunately, we don't have a water move, a ground move. So, we just have to deal with it. I was about to say, I was like, there's no way that's not a crit. That only works if we're not in a trainer battle. Well, thank you for wasting your turn and giving me a freebie. What a growly. I love what they did in Gen 1 because of the fact that a lot of Pokemon have the same cry, just pitch change is due to the lack of actual space in the game on the cartridge. So that's why a lot of Pokemon have their own different pitch of the same cry. It's funny how that happened. And I have no healing items except for those two. Alright. Nidoran male. An over leveled Nidoran male like that. Long move. Can't wait for when you learn Twin Needle. Whatever that may be. The funniest thing is if it's at level 22, which would make a lot of sense actually, since Twin Needle, level 22. I think it was your signature move in this gen. Now you have the female version. Both under level, not under level, they're not under level, they're both unevolved. Really. This is the time you did it for, no, can't even get a crit, okay. This. Oh, is that level 20? Perfect, oh my lord. 20 makes sense as well. Get rid of focus energy so I don't accidentally lower your accuracy of having the crits. Now that's 3 level 20s. Now let's level you. But first let's heal everybody else since, you know. There. I love how SSN is home of one of the best TMs in this game. The last fighting area probably is here. Oh, it's the next one in. I love how he directly blocks her path. Looks like to get that item, not anyone else interfering. Nidoran male, level 21. Very over leveled to be your first form. By all means, cut your crits. I don't know why you keep using focus energy. I like how I ironically got 2 crits in that span. This is Body Slam. Even though she got her path blocked, it didn't matter. She wasn't a trainer. That Pidgey should have evolved right then and there, but you chose to keep it as a Pidgey. Still knows the same move as my Pidgeotto, so we already know what moveset it had. One more scratch and it's over with. It does that much, okay. It's using poison sting against you, which is funny. I don't know when you don't learn another move, but no, I can evolve. I can evolve you now. Let's see, any more trainers? I don't think he's a trainer. This takes us some more battles. First, let's go to the kitchen, get this great ball. Not only that, but let's get out of this area and now go to the battles. Not really. Yeah, that's to be expected. Now, despite the fact that you got 20, you can't use it against them. What's funny is, since this is Gen 1, that's actually true. I was about to switch you, then I was like, wait a second. I forgot, this is Gen 1, where Bug and Poison are weak to each other. Still funny about that. Still funny to this day. Then they fixed it so now Bug is resisted by poison. Alright, Vine Whip, Vine Whip, Vine Whip. Next. Shoulder, Vine Whip. I think that's all the trainers. I think in the remakes they give you one more fight. Alright, Pikachu, you're level 19, so let's go ahead and have you first. This guy shows us Snorlax, and Snorlax looks like this. In this gen. They didn't really mess up Snorlax. They messed up most of the evolutions though. Golding, a sprite that tries to look too realistic. Basically, they try to make it look too realistic. I think you level from this Golding once you defeat it. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But am I wrong? No. Now if you get 403, I'm not. Next is Tentacle. If you weren't part poison, the poison stings will hurt more, but at least you will have a move that actually can do damage to the psychic types. Too bad most of the psychic types in this gen are actually fast. Except for Slowpoke's line. They weren't thinking that through. They weren't thinking that through at all. You have to earn that item. Yours is level 23, mine's level 20. Yeah, no issues. Especially if you crit. That was an accident, but okay. Can I get a crit since you gave him a crit? Of course, you do exactly what I just did. To think that now that's impossible to do. But not back in Gen 1 where you can actually use a paralysis inducing move on an electric type even if it's an electric move. I love how you don't actually use the move that we're weak to. Now everybody's level 20, I think. At least level 20. Which means everybody at least level... Dang it, come on. Yep, everybody's at least level 20. Max Ether, be right back, let me heal. Alright, we're healed. This is the... No. We don't have to face it down. I love how basically when you see items, you know if they're gonna be a battle or not. One Pokemon? No, two. Let's see what you got. Growly. You have Ember, Bite, and Roar for some reason. Bite does how much? 12. I wish you used the Roar right there. Look at that wonderful crit right there. They try to make that Rowley sprite look realistic. Now Ponyta, it's like, what in the world were they thinking here? Burn. Good. Thing is, you can't even get a Ponyta at level 17 in this game. Unless not without glitches. Every Ponyta you see is in the 30s. But not this guy who got a level 17 Ponyta. Alright. Hyperfang enthusiasts right here. Alright, Twin Needle. Do you poison? Because Twin Needle can poison. Pikachu, we don't have a ground type move, so... But we have a Pokemon that's gonna be part ground type soon, so... Why not? How much does that do? 10. I was like, that had to be a crit. I like how Tackle can still miss. And it didn't, thankfully. Alright, one thing I have to do is get a healing item. Use a healing item right quick. Yeah, I bought some off screen too. Rare candy. A rare candy you can miss. You don't have anything, and I don't think there's any more battles. Yeah, there's no more battles. Now we face our rival. Pidgeotto only leveled once since we last saw it. Once. Good. Can you do more than that? You can do half, okay. Well-deserved level. Eradicate. At least it's actually the level. Wait, is it the level? Nope. What is with all these level 16 Eradicates? They're under leveled. They haven't evolved yet. They're not supposed to be evolved till level 20. Yet we faced 3 of them. Was this old original level that was supposed to be fully evolved level 16 before they changed it? So I changed to level 20. I don't know. I just know it's under level. Thank you for not using Hyper Fang in this whole entire battle. Kadabra. Now, if Kadabra outspeeds you, which it should, I think you're gone. Because his special attack is that good. Now, you stun away so it cannot do anything. You Thunder Shock even though it's not going to do that much damage. His quick attack is what I wanted you to do, not no Thunder Shock. Good crit. Next. Thunder Wave. Switch to you. Don't attack. Of course it does. I'll say about 12. 17. Leech Seed. Even if it crits, you're fine. Now you're healing for 3. Next. Switch to you. And now we just scratch it to death. Of course, it lowers our freaking attack. Not like it matters. We got it on a timer now, so. How much does Ember do? 14, and that's without a crit. You chose to use Scratch over Ember, it's funny. Can I get another paralysis? You have potions? That's one of the few times. This is like one of the few times I actually seen him use a potion. Yeah, 14 is where you don't hear that ding-doo no more. Well, we're back to it. I was like, that's a crit. Can I get a crit? No? I can't get a crit? Of course not. Why would I get a crit? I think one of y'all may level. Yep. Wasn't sure. I was like, I think one of y'all level. Well, this Cut Master is about to do me a big favor. You see, this cut is going to be useful for B-Drill, because B-Drill can learn cut. Yeah, and it now has a normal move. The only thing that sucks about cut is it can miss. It has reduced accuracy. Now that we have cut, SSN is like, bye. But you know, people know glitches to get that ship to come back. So, am I going to do that? No. Once we face the gym, that is pretty much it for this episode. Our bird won't be used really. Let's see. Let's have not you first, but our grass starter first, because obviously. Alright, let's see if I can get this first try. Yeah. Of course. Oh, this kid is about to win against you. Dynamite? No Pikachu. Well, let me guess. You're gonna use Poison Thunder what? No. You use Quick Attack, okay. Pikachu. 2 Pikachu in a row. Just use French. Fortunately. Oh boy. I hate this. Okay. I love how this is not even skill based. Okay, 50-50 chance. Really? Why did they do this? It was in the same exact spot twice. Oh, thank you. Now, here's the rare engineer. No. You're a rocker. Engineers are in the east part of past the cave. Just breeze on through these. Just breeze on, really. Doesn't help that he has Sonic Boom, which literally does 20 damage no matter what. I already have my plan against the gym leader. Alright, you use cut. No, don't go in here. I have my plan against the gym leader. I don't have a single move that he's weak to on my team. But that's fine. Do I have to redo that? No, thank you, I don't. Alright, it's gonna use Sonic Boom, or you can use X Speed, alright. It's not like Voltorb was gonna be faster anyway, but yeah. Level 24, which is the same level as an Ace. Next is Pikachu. Alright, time to see the cut animation, which is just a long diagonal line. If you wouldn't have missed. And you got a crit for that. And last is Raichu. Raichu has one of the freaking best electric moves to ever exist. That's not even that bad of a sprite. Let's use Thunder Shock on this grass type. make of that ground. Alright. Oh, it actually did get Thunderbolt to flash. I guess they made Thundershot not flash at all because it flashes too much. When that answers one of my questions I've been questioning. I'm fine. I don't know if Tackle does more or if Vanguard does more. I'm surprised he hasn't crit yet. Here it is. No, it's not a crit. So I get paralysis. Okay. If you hit him one more time, we're fine. Just hit him one more time. And you miss. Broke through the paralysis. Then the accuracy said no. But Leech C said, I got you. I told you I had my plan. I love how all my freaking fights with the gym leader so far involved literally using Leech Seed. We're giving this HP up to our starter. Make it bulkier. We want Thunderbolt. But we're not learning it, teaching Pikachu with. I think Pikachu can learn that without a TM. Not sure. Well, I don't know what that was for a second. Anyway, now that we're done with the gym, next time we'll be going on our way to Rock Tunnel. But before we go to Rock Tunnel, we'll be heading eastward to train our Pokemon. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful day or night. Goodbye, and most of all, take care.